On March 17th, Russia will head to the ballot box. There are no guesses there. The results are all but certain. Vladimir Putin will win his 5th term in office. There's barely any opposition. And those who tried to challenge him have been disqualified. Like this TV journalist, her name is Yekaterina Duntsova. She announced that she would be challenging Putin. She's anti-war. She wants to release political prisoners, but her candidacy has been rejected. The Electoral Commission says there are 100 mistakes on her form. Duntsova says she will challenge this, but it may not change anything. Putin is winning this election, with or without challengers. Our next report tells you why.
200 kilometers west of Moscow lies the city of Rzhev. It has about 60,000 residents, and one of them now wants to challenge Vladimir Putin. Meet Yekaterina Duntsova. She's 40 years old, a TV journalist, anti-war politician, a mother of 3, and now she wants to be Putin's challenger.
We discussed who exactly can become a presidential candidate today, who would promote democratic values. During exchange, the idea was born that it should be a female candidate. This because the Russian politics lack mildness, kindness. Perhaps this appeal for peace should more naturally originate from a woman.
But even before she could dream about it, her run has been cut short. The Election Commission has rejected her candidacy. They cited over 100 mistakes on her form. According to the Commission, Duntsova lacked proper signatures, but they offered some kind words.
You are a young woman. You still have everything ahead of you. Any minus can always be turned into a plus. Any experience is still an experience.
In order to be registered as a candidate, Duntsova needed 300,000 signatures. That isn't an easy task, especially as a regional politician. Duntsova says her team assembled the application in a hurry. She also had trouble finding a lawyer who would certify her bid. But even then, her application was rejected, much to the surprise of no one.
Many people write to me, "You gave us hope. If you manage to get registered, we will definitely vote for you." We will go to vote for the first time after a long while, because we did not vote lately as it seemed senseless to participate in elections without choice.
But Duntsova still remains determined. She wants to appeal the decision at the Supreme Court. But will that change anything? The elections are in 3 months. Russians will head to the ballot box, and for all they know, there's just one candidate, Vladimir Putin. The Kremlin says he enjoys 80% of the support. Even with Duntsova's challenge, there was no doubt about Putin's victory. Until now, his best-known opponent was Alexei Navalny, who's currently in prison serving sentences that are over 30 years. His lawyers last contacted him on December 6th, and since then, no one knows where he is. So Navalny's out. But if Putin is so sure of a victory, why not allow Duntsova to contest? No one knows yet. But a former Kremlin speechwriter says Putin wants to leave little to chance. He didn't want the same scenario as Alexander Lukashenko. In 2020, the Belarus leader was accused of rigging polls to win against popular opponent Svetlana Tsikhanouskaya. Reports suggest the Kremlin thinks the Tsikhanouskaya effect is possible, so they want to avoid any such scenarios. With no opposition, the judiciary and executive in his control, Putin is all set to win a record 5th term in office. He is sure of his win, but has left little to chance. Putin has been Prime Minister or President of Russia since 1999. And by the end of his new term, he will be the longest-serving Soviet ruler since the 18th century.